You won't be tongue-tied, and you got to practice those things, because when you guys go out, you're going to have to do that. See? That's what you have to do. Do I expect you to go out there? You bet. Hey, did I give you a card? You can look it up yourself.
All right.
But Antarctica goes around the outside edge. Look. Right here it goes around. It's not at the bottom of the ball.
Okay.
And look, there's the United Nations. They just leave off Antarctica, but they use a flat Earth map.
Huh.
And all those world organizations. Chicago, across Lake Michigan, 60 miles. That should be down over the curve by 2,400 feet.
Oh, wow.
And we have, see it right there, you zoom right in on it. That goes the same for any ship you think goes over the curve. It just goes into the vanishing line. So there's a lot of like science to this, but I enjoy doing that kind of science stuff. So if you look into it, you'll watch the 200 proofs that's on that website.
Okay.
And just sit down there with a bottle of wine or a six-pack or whatever, I don't know.
There you go.
And just watch it. And then what you don't understand, like this, perspective. It took me a couple, like 2 weeks to study that, to understand the sun is small and close, and it just goes away.
Okay.
And goes around. So if you study the two different models, you'll see that this one makes a whole lot more sense.
All right. All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
Yes, you too.
Thanks. There you go. See, there's some good ones. Are you still recording?
Yes, I'm still recording.
I'm having fun with you guys. Hi, did you get a card?
I did.
Okay, good. Hi, did you ever hear of this before?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I can teach you some things. Yep, people don't want to know. I don't want to know. It might make my life different, and I can't handle change. I just want to do that mundane routine. Blech. You know, I could have stayed in corporate America. I had a corporate America job, and I was doing okay. But you know what? I'd rather be doing my own thing, making my own decisions, getting out there, interacting. Hi, did you ever hear of this before? You can look it up when you get home. Thank you. I wish they all could be California. I wish they all could be California. I wish they all could be California. Did you ever hear of this before? You can look it up when you go home.
Let me know if you, thank you.
Sure. How about you? One of these? Thank you, dear. 3 cards. 2 of them were on the phone. Then they look at it and they'll say, what the heck is that? Come on, guys. Come on, let me tell you something here. Let me teach you something. Some science. Come on, get smart. Get smart.
I don't even own a computer. I don't want any more knowledge.
Sun's coming out now.
We're actually paid off by Big Round Earth.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And the CIA, we're just here to look at you.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're watching you.
Yeah, I got you. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, wake up.
Hey, I'm not cursing at you. Hey, did you ever hear about this? You can look it up when you go home.
I don't buy it at all.
Yeah, you didn't study it.
No, I did.
That's right. As soon as it like dies, which it might, Yeah, pretty much like now, it's dying. And it's only 12:30. Oh, cameras on the light poles. Let's see. Well, I'm sure they're seeing me somewhere. There's got to be cameras all over these places. Is there one up here? I don't know. Hancock Square.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you ever hear about this before?
No, I have not.
Okay, here's the North Pole's in the center. Antarctica is what goes around the outside edge. But the United Nations and all these military, they leave off Antarctica because they don't want you to know that it actually goes around the outside edge. Okay, that's what holds in the waters. It doesn't spill over. Cats can't knock stuff off of it. You know, all those things the government puts out to mock us, so we don't look into it. So on that website there, you'll see 200 proofs. That's what you have to watch. And then you'll get everything here and you'll study it.
I'm gonna look into that.
All right. Hey, you want a card, man? You can take this home and look it up at our website right there.
All right.
There were some good interactions. Good interaction. Hi there. I can give you a card and you can take it home and look at it.
Okay.
Or you can ask me questions, I can answer them. know, I better go to the website and just make sure that the video's in good shape. And they haven't been able to tamper with that at all. So we gotta watch that stuff. Hey. Oh, she's cute. Very pretty girl. I don't know about wearing really tight pants that make you look like you're naked. That's not a good thing. Guys like it, but you know, it's not a good thing. Okay, now I can't figure out what's coming up here. Can't figure that one out. Cute little kid. Did you ever hear about this? You can take it home and look it up if you'd like. Scientific evidence. Asshole. She just threw it in the trash. She just threw it in the trash. Ignorance is bliss. Did you ever hear about this before? Oh, jaywalking. Did you ever hear about this before?
Yeah, I did it the last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember everybody who stops, so. Hey man, did you ever hear about this? If you go to the website, you'll see 200 proofs. And you watch that video and then you'll see all the evidence that you need to investigate, to decide for yourself.
I'll put it to like this. I will look at this with an open mind, but I've debated flat earthers in the past. And,
Really?
yeah.
What was your biggest proof that we live on this spinning ball?
Oh gosh.
No, just one. Just one. We're spinning 700 miles an hour? Is that it?
No, not the whole centrifugal force that keeps us down because of the rotation of the Earth horizon.
Ah, I love that one.
That's
Horizon's always at your eye level. Did you know that?
right.
That proves it's a
But
product of perspective. It's perspective,
right.
okay?
I'll put it to like this. I guarantee you could have an answer for everything I bring up.
No, but I was in Wildwood and took videos of Atlantic City 32.6 miles away. That should have been down over the curve by 681 feet. And it wasn't. I was getting street lights.
I used to have a formula that showed the curvature is like the degree of the Earth's curvature is like
Every degree is 69 miles.
something like that.
Really?
But again, I don't have
1/4 of the way around is 6,000 miles.
Okay.
It should have a 4,000 mile drop. So how does that work out?
Again.
See, I'll tell you one thing about the formulas.
Uh-huh.
The one we have to use has a very special meaning to it. You have to be standing on the outside, looking ahead. That's the only one you can use. You can't use a cross section. You can't use a degree thing. You can't do any of those arcs or any of that because you are standing here looking in that direction. You have to see the drop.
Okay.
That's the one you have to use.
How do you explain? I passed on the love of astronomy to my son, and there's an app I have that lets you, shows you, depending upon where you're holding the phone at, which planets or stars in the sky.
Okay.
How do you explain? I never get to see the ISS because it's always in the southern hemisphere, you know, beneath our feet. How do you explain the things that are up in the sky that we can never see because it's facing, you know, the southern hemisphere? Like China can see it.
Well, I see a sign over there, but I can't read the fine print. Our eyes have limitations. Telescopes have limitations. We can't see past certain distances.
But if the app is showing me that the ISS is down here, underneath us, it would have no reason. If it's circling the planet, it would have no reason to be.
Well, maybe it's not circling a planet. Maybe it's right here.
I knew you would have an answer for that.
Yeah, but maybe it's right there.
I respect you because I believe the fact that you're
sincere.
You're passionate and
I am sincere, absolutely.
And you're clearly not someone that's unintelligent because you thought this through.
Yes.
You know, and
my dad was a math teacher, and my son was physics major. And don't let the blonde hair fool you. But I'm not trying to give you an answer for everything.
Right.
But with your astronomy, there's never any parallax. So all the stars are in a position relative to each other. They don't change. Okay.
They don't, but they slowly. Blue shift, red shift, they're slowly expanding.
I'm gonna tell you something. The sun is not 93 million miles away. It's like within 10, I think it's 10 miles from the surface, and I think it's very small.
Okay.
Okay, and I think it goes around us. That's what I think. And you're gonna hear these two different theories. You got the ball in one hand, you got the flat earth in the other. You gotta look at the evidence and put it where it fits. Here's sun rays here, crepuscular rays. You know that's pointing right there. And if you see a perfect circle on the water below, you know it's directly above it. Okay, it's not perspective on the rays. What else do we got? There's perspective. You got to study that. Here's Chicago across 60 miles of Lake Michigan. And it's right there. We zoom in on it. We have high-powered zoom cameras now.
Right.
I mean, and look what NASA does to us. They just mock us by putting that kind of crap up there. This is a different model than what you were raised on.
This I get because I'm a cartographer. 22 years. So I understand how the globe we see versus what's really there has to take account on how you take a landmass and you try to wrap it around.
Yeah, when it's really flat.
I'm on my lunch.
I know.
So I'm gonna run. Like I said, I appreciate your passion.
Well, as soon as you retire, then you can admit that this is true.
I'll do extra homework.
All right, because you know why? Water's always level on the top, and all the oceans are touching each other. And I can disprove gravity. Bonneville Salt Flats was a lake that dried up. If the surface was curved, the bottom would have been curved too. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping.
Not a problem. I love getting into the basics.
I do. I like talking about it. Hey, can I give you my card? You can look that up when you get home. Hey, I'm running low on cards here. Maybe I better look for some. Yeah, I got cards right here. I'm doing good. Space is even fake.
See you. I love my site.
These cards are sticking together. Hi. Did you ever hear about this? You can look it up when you get home. I can answer your questions.
All right. I work for the...
All right. Would you like a card? Okay. Oh, would you like to look this up when you get home? Freemason. Look like a lawyer, probably a Freemason. Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm on the move right now, and
Yeah.
I'm real big on gravity, but you're telling me the inconsistency is like what? What's the inconsistency in gravity?
Well, with gravity, it's pulling to the center of a ball. Okay.
magnet.
So the Bonneville Salt Flats was a salt lake that dried up. If there was curvature in the surface, it would be curved in the bottom. So it's the salt flats. It's flat. That's where they tested all those rocket cars and stuff.
Okay.
It
right.
couldn't be curved, or it would go.
You couldn't even get that. You couldn't even get that information correctly.
Yeah. So like Lake Baikal is 400 miles of flat. Suez Canal, 100 miles of flat. I mean, we have a lot of things that are measured as flat.
So why would they teach us that the laws that govern us are not? Why would they teach us?
Well, because this requires no creator, and
I get it. That's why.
and if we knew that this was created and it has a lot of properties to it, there's a lot to this. Like there's free flowing electricity up there, and they're tapping into it, but we're not allowed to. We have to pay. See, we're the slaves.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
So, yeah, I'm not saying who the creator was. That's your job. But I'm just saying there's a lot of information that we are not being allowed to know because it could benefit us.
Right.
Like going walking barefoot. That's why they gave us rubber soles, so we can't ground. You know, there's a lot of things we're not being told. So, and this is the key to opening up all those other things.
I'll give you a hug.
Yeah, you may. You're a hugger. I saw you hugging her too.
Yeah, I am.
But you don't even know me, so that's nice. Thanks.
I'm not in the business of flattering people either. I just really, I really value what you're doing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like coming outside to even teach anyone anything.
Yeah, you got to get used to being laughed at, but that's all right.
No, trust me. I have a lot of girls I like. I embarrass myself all the time for the greater good, but just coming out here to give people information that they can use.
Yeah.
It's such a big deal to me, so I just really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So tell everybody you know, if you go to the website right there, you'll get the video 200 proofs.
Is it okay if I share this on my, I have a...
Oh, absolutely. I'm recording, so you can record.
All right.
Anybody. Yes, absolutely.
I have a pretty good social media background.
Okay.
Or platform, rather.
Yeah. I live over near Skipback, so I'm very close. The website, there are a lot of other teachers on that website.
Okay.
But I'm on there too.
Can I ask your name?
Marilyn. Marilyn Spirit Level.
My name's Maestro Apocalypse Pleasance.
Oh my, that's too long for me to remember, Maestro.
I know. Maestro. I think it's funny though. My name is like, I feel like it's. At first, I used to feel like it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
A lot
like
of-
it.
a
I
lot
named
of-
my daughter Marin, and
Marin?
that was unique. Everybody, and my mom said, "Oh, nobody has that name." I'm there. Yeah, that's why I'm
That's
naming
right.
her.
All
Sure.
right, it's not a nickname. I just wanted you to see. It's like really. So I feel like sometimes there's things I need to know.
Maestro.
Yeah, like my name means like
Apocal-
teacher, so I try to learn. Apocalypse Pleasance.
That's awesome.
So
That's
I
it.
feel like I have a responsibility, so I try to learn
Yes.
as much as I can.
Yes, we all do. To each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Being out here. I'm gonna definitely use this.
Do that.
I will.
All right, see ya. Lovely man. Lovely man. Hey, we'll look this up. Thank you. Hey, would you like to look this up? See, they're walking. They're not looking for talking. They're just maybe on a lunch break or something. Would you like to look this up when you get home?
Alrighty.
Thanks. All right. Am I still recording? Yes. It's true. Hi there. Want to look this up when you get home? Thanks. Hi, did you ever hear of this before?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not. There is an edge, Antarctica. Jumped off the edge. Okay, so you just proven to me that you're stupid or rude or ignorant or something. I don't know. I know, I gotta not say those kind of things. Show him love. All right, poor guy. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor man. Down around the corner. Half a mile from here. Da 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 da. Can I give you a card?
Nope.
All right. Okay, here comes 3 suits. See them down there? Let's see what happens. 3 suits, and there's a girl behind them. Oh, you okay? Ouch. Oh, it ripped. Hi guys, you ever hear this?
Yes, thank you.
Look it up.
The world is round.
No, it's a circle.
Definitely round.
Nah. They were cops. They had badges on. Did you ever hear this?
The earth is flat?
Yeah.
You think the earth is flat?
No, I know it is. I studied this 2.5 years. I went to Wildwood and took a P1000 video camera and zoomed in on Atlantic City, 32.6 miles away. And I got street lights. There's no curvature. No curve. If there's no curve, there's no ball. Yeah, you watch that video on the front page of that website.
You never heard of Columbus? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but circumnavigate means just going in a circle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey man, did you ever hear this? He's in his own world. Well, at least they can't say I'm crazy. Well, I guess they could if they wanted to. I'm gonna just sit here for a second. Stretch out my back a little bit. Feels good to sit down for a second. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I didn't have breakfast. I usually have my vitamins in the morning, and I put almond butter with coconut oil over top of a banana I slice up. Are you listening to this, guys? Just listen up. And I put on there iodine, and I put on K2, which helps you absorb vitamin D, and I put on diatomaceous earth and a little zinc and magnesium powders, and I put on flax seeds and hemp seeds and what's the other one? Oh, chia seeds. Chia seeds are wonderful because you mix them up with mashed up fruit and you get jelly. It's awesome. You can do that with cranberries too. It's great. Yep, put it in the fridge for 3 hours and you got jelly. What else? So I put that on my banana, and bless you. And there goes somebody. No. And then that's what I have for my first morning meal, but it's just like a half a banana. 7 slices I make, and I share a banana with my mom, and I do the same thing for her, but she gets her synthroid. And this is what happened. My mom used to work in a plastics factory at nighttime. She took a night job when we were very young, and she was inhaling the hardener for the plastics. She inhaled that. It was permeating all through the factory, and that is what really harmed her thyroid gland. And it doesn't really show up until you get a little bit older, but so she's been taking Synthroid for 30 years. I'd love to get her off of it, but I have not gotten to that point yet. I have to, I found a doctor who can do that, but I have to figure out how to just coordinate all that. She's 91. It would be awesome to get her off of it, but I don't know if it'll have the effect of a younger person. It might take longer. He said it would take, you know, like maybe 6 months or something. So I'm looking into that. So what else? What can I say? Well, kind of looks like this is like really died down. And you know what? That's okay. Because it's a little breezy now, so I really can't go walking around because I'll get blown over. That's the bad thing about having these banners, they blow over. Now I'm leaning up here against the pole, so that's good. I don't even have them tied. Sometimes I tie them to the pole. All right, here comes one guy. I don't know. Let me see. You ever hear this? You can look it up yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, did you ever hear this?
No, thank you.
It's science. All right. It looks to me like I'm not doing this anymore, probably. Let me see. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Want to look it up when you get home?
Oh, about the Earth being flat?
Yeah,
Oh, so it is flat.
it is. I've been studying it for 2.5 years. And on that website, you'll see 200 proofs. It's a video, and it'll show you everything on the banners.
Oh, wow.
But you gotta research the things you don't know, like perspective. That one took me 2 weeks looking into that to figure that out, that the sun is just moving away from us. It's not going down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So basically, we won't know until we build a space. Have they really went out there?
You can't know. There's no outer space. There's a dome. I know it's hard to understand, but there is a dome, and you can tell by lightning strikes. They're very high electrical charges, and you can see that it's like coming off the dome.
But how are we supposed to know this if
We don't.
we haven't left? Like, is it the truth that have they ever left? and
Because
went on to
all of the evidence
it's
that
being
we're coming
said
up.
that they went to the moon, but a lot of people are saying that they never went there.
No, you can't land on it. It's
Right.
not a rock.
That makes sense.
It's not a rock. It's a light. It's like a filament up there. There's free-flowing electricity. Nikola Tesla was correct. There's free-flowing electricity, and they're telling us all this so we don't have control of our senses. We deny our senses. See, and to believe this, you have to believe everything they tell you. That's what they want. They want us to just be obedient slaves for them.
Do you take your own money and you do this?
Yes.
Wow. So you actually really do
Yes.
100% believe in what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Here you are, sir.
Oh, thank you.
And you can send a question to the website if you'd like, or watch the video, and that should give you a place to start. But you got to study it for a while. It never comes real quick.
Okay.
Test it and keep testing it. But I went to Wildwood, took videos of Atlantic City 32.6 miles away, and I was getting street lights. You can zoom in. So there's no curvature. If there's no curve, there's no ball.
Right.
So yeah.
Right, because I mean, if you travel all around the world, at some point you should start going.
Yeah.
Start going down
yes,
like that.
that's right.
Right, because
we're just going around.
You can't just keep going straight.
We're going
There's
around.
No way.
And when you got the compass out, see, say you're the North Pole. I'm going east.
Right.
I'm going east. That's how you come right around to where you were.
Right.
And it's big enough that people don't know it. You can look it up. If you have a question, I can help you. But yeah, look, and if you talk to people down here in Australia, they'll tell you the sun is different down there. It goes really fast, And it, like, they don't have that twilight. It just goes shoot. It like zooms. Because the Capricorn has to be bigger on the outside of a circle. It's different. You got to talk around the world to different people. And the internet is what is bringing this out. Because average people can talk to average people. We're not under government control like with schools. They write all the books. And they make us learn their stuff. See? But now we can do it ourselves.
I'm gonna go grab my food.
Have a good one. You. See, no matter what you do to water. Oh, let me get that. There you go. It always is level and flat on the top. There's Chicago, 60 miles away. It should be down to 2,400 feet. It's true, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Test it yourself.
Yeah.
Test it and test it again. So you don't take my word for it.
I mean, I always thought, it's always a thought, but I don't have physical proof. I don't know where to look it up to even find out.
Well, on this website, you get the 200 proofs video.
Okay.
And that'll show you everything here, plus more. See, there's number 143. And then you'll know where to look and what to research and what to study.
Right.
And then you'll be really smart.
So how did you find out? What made you?
Somebody told me, a friend of mine said, you know, they say we never landed on the moon. I'm there. What? You're crazy. Because I'm 63. And I said, I saw it on TV, right in my living room. And I said, okay, I'll look into it. So I started looking at the moon landing. We can't land on the moon.
Yeah.
They're lying. They are lying to us. Now, why would they do that? Well, knowledge is power, and they have all the true knowledge.
Yeah.
All we got is lies.
And it's honestly, I believe it's just because they're in war with each other to see who can do something first. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you said, what knowledge is power.
Well, now about the other governments, I'll tell you this. I think all the governments are together.
Yeah.
Because the Antarctic Treaty was written up in 1959. 53 countries signed on to it. Russia and the United States.
Yeah.
England, all the big guys. They're all in cahoots with each other.
Right.
They want a one world government. But you know the danger about that? Who's going to be the leader of the one world government? I think they're going to fight with each other.
To be the leader.
Yeah, they're going to kill each other off. So they're stupid. But, you know, let them go. Let them figure it out.
This is a lie.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lie.
It'll take you a couple months.
Yeah.
It really will. So just give it time, but really look into it and study it.
I don't think people would really care to hear that out, though. I don't think people would care, and you will always sound crazy to somebody. So
You got to get over that.
yeah.
You got to get over it. Because there's going to come a time when there's going to be a choice to be made. And then you want to be prepared to make the right choice. That's what this is all about. I got a card, you can look it up.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
See, now if I had left, I'd have missed that girl. And that's what I'm really, you know, that's why I hesitate. I know I'm sitting here and there's a long period of nobody coming. So it's not, you know, I'm not just trying to be entertainment. I want to reach the people who I'm supposed to reach. And it's 1 o'clock. Ugh. This is difficult for me to make a decision when to go. But I might want to go get an ice cream. Because you know what? Because I didn't have one last night after. So I teach this.
Yeah?
Yeah. And you can look it up when you go home,
Okay.
but here, if you go to the website, you'll get the 200 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball.
Yeah.
And these numbers correspond with what's on the video.
Right.
But the thing that you have to know is, here's the United Nations. They use a flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica.
Right.
Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. That's what's holding in the oceans, and it doesn't spill over. The government puts that kind of crap out there to,
And because it's frozen, the water won't fall off the side.
well,
Right?
it's, some of it's frozen. These are the pictures we have of Antarctica,
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, holy smokes.
But Captain Cook logged 60,000 miles when he had it to his port side, to shore.
Yeah.
So in the history books, they say he got lost in the Pacific and they draw some squiggly lines. How insulting is that to Mr. Cook? So I don't